So it was 20 years from when I made that quote. If you got a dream, don't just keep it inside. You did exactly what you said you was going to do. I have some pride with that.
Wade puts it up for the win. Yeah, he did it. Dwayne Wade with the game winner.
Just a couple of days ago, Pat Riley said that you are the greatest to ever put on a Miami Heat jersey. What did it mean to you to hear that?
Well, he's right. I played there for almost 15 years. I put on for that city, and I gave everything, to the community. I gave everything to that game. I sacrificed everything that I could to make sure that we reached the levels that we wanted to reach. It's no slight to anybody on that.
Plus, I'm sure LeBron is saying, I think we're all good here.
No, I think you're good.
Yeah. Allen Iverson is presenting you this weekend at the Hall of Fame. Why was it that you wanted to partner with Allen for such a special honor?
I started thinking about, okay, I know the Hall of Fame is coming. Who are those individuals that I would want to present me? Who was the most impactful for me at certain times in my life? And outside of Michael Jordan, it was Allen Iverson, right? I'm a kid from the inner city, and Allen Iverson represented us. He just broke the mold, and I wanted to be him. I was trying to get my crossover like him. I remember over and over in my driveway, I want to be like Iverson. I wear number 3 because of Iverson. He showed me, I can do it my way. I can be me and still be great. And so I'm thankful for Allen Iverson.
Dwayne Wade announced that he's joining the ownership group of the Chicago Sky.
The investment you made in the Chicago Sky and the investments that you continue to make in women's sports. Why was that so important to you?
To be able to invest into that team, not just from my pockets, but, from my mind, from my community efforts and my work, from my relationships, from my experiences. I want to be able to give the W everything that I've learned about this game. And if one thing that I can bring to the table can help elevate the WNBA so the women's game can be the greatest sports game in the world, that's how it should be. They deserve that. But I don't look at this as, like a business venture, right? I look at this as this is my duty. Like, I'm a hooper. Like, I support the game of basketball, and this is a game of basketball, and I'm lucky to have the opportunity to call myself an investor into this game.
And Wade was also part of the 2008 U.S. gold medal winning team. Coaching the red, white, and blue was awfully important to the 5-time NBA champion, fellow Hall of Fame member, Greg Popovich.
Special thank yous. USA Basketball. Jerry Colangelo fulfilled a lifetime dream of mine by having the trust in me to coach the Olympic team in 2020 in Japan. And it wasn't easy, but it happened, and we won. And for him, I'm a servant for the rest of my life. I'm very grateful to him. Thank you, Jared.
And Becky Hammon went on to become a 6-time All-Star in the WNBA before joining Popovich in San Antonio. She coached the Las Vegas Aces to the WNBA championship last season. Her respect and gratitude for Coach Pop was evident on Saturday night.
You're a man of principle and excellence. I know you weren't trying to be courageous when you hired me, but you did do something nobody else in professional sports has ever done. You display excellence, you expect excellence, and model how to become excellent in your everyday routine and how you go about your work. You spoke courage into me with a phone call as I was getting ready to coach that first summer league team in 2015. You said, just be you, you're gonna be great. And you've texted me that. I don't even know if you know how many times you've actually texted me that. Just be you, just be you, just be you. And you've changed the trajectory of my life and of so many other girls and young women. Thank you. I love you.
Well said. Rounding out the class with a late former North Carolina State coach and our ESPN colleague Jim Valvano, who led the Wolfpack to the 1983 NCAA title and went on to become a broadcaster here at ESPN, the advocate for cancer research as well. Former Purdue coach Gene Cady, 7-time All-Big Ten Coach of the Year. Former Texas A&M women's coach Gary Blair, who took 2 teams to the Final Four. Long-time coach at Amherst and 2-time Division III national champ David Hickson. And Gene Best, who won 1,300 games as a junior college coach at Three Rivers Community College in Missouri. You're listening to SportsCenter All Night on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. If it's the NFL preseason, the Ravens simply don't lose.
From the 10, Hundley fires back shoulder. It is caught. Tyler Wallace, touchdown Ravens.
That's WBAL AM 1090. That was Tyler Huntley throwing a touchdown pass. Justin Tucker kicked a 60-yard field goal. Ravens extend their record streak of preseason victories to 24. 20-19 over the Eagles. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, neither played in this game. But when you're talking Ravens, there's expectations in the regular season. Tony Pike, who could be jaded, host of Cincy 360, ESPN 1530 in Cincinnati, had this as a guest on ESPN Radio in the morning.
If I'm picking right now, and I know this is even crazy to say, I think it's Baltimore that ends up at the bottom. They have, to me, the most questions is, what is Lamar Jackson going to return to now that he's paid, now that he's healthy? Can he take the next steps as a passer? It's such a good division from top to bottom. I would have Baltimore as that team that I feel like I don't know the most about at this time.
Trevor drops, looks, still looking, fires to the back of the end zone. The ball's caught for the touchdown. Christian Kirk in the back of the end zone, and Jacksonville strikes first.
And Trevor Lawrence is heard on 1010 XL 92.5 FM. Responded to an interception with that touchdown pass. Jaguars 28-23 over the Cowboys. Calvin Ridley returned to the NFL. 2 catches in his preseason opener. Quarterback Dak Prescott and the rest of the starters for the Dallas offense did not play. Ridley, first down catch on Jacksonville's 3rd series. Bryce Young, meantime, was 4 of 6, 21 yards in his NFL preseason debut. Panthers lost 27-0 to the Jets. The top overall pick played 3 series. He was picked up 1 first down along the way. The 2021 Heisman Trophy winner under center against the Jets defense that rested most of their starters. David Newton on game night says that O-line needs to be a bit better.
I thought his offensive line better play better or he's not going to survive the season. I mean, the line was pretty dreadful. I mean, he got hit on 3 of 7 times he dropped back to throw. So he's got to do better. They've got to do better than that. In fact, it was so bad that the offensive line coach, James Campen, he called the offensive line together for a private meeting after Frank Wright talked to the team. So they left the room, went back to their offensive meeting room and met. And they came in back, Bryce Young had already showered and was ready to meet with the media. And here comes the line in. And I talked to a couple of them, and they basically said that Campen and the line wanted to talk that wasn't a standard that was acceptable for that group. And the word that Cam Irving, their backup veteran left or right tackle, kept saying, said that blankety blank wasn't good enough.
And not nearly good enough. Aaron Rodgers did not play, but Zach Wilson did.
So 2nd down and goal from just inside the 2-yard line. A Anaconda Malone setback. Erickson in motion. Zach Wilson takes the snap, play action, bootleg out to the left, flips it to the end zone, wide open. That's a jet touchdown. A sidearm flip from Zach Wilson to Kenny Yeboah, who was all alone in the front left corner of the end zone. Zach Wilson, a very easy touchdown pass.
That's 98.7 ESPN New York. Wilson finished 14 of 20, $123 through the air, including that 2-yard scoring strike. Had this on his performance.
Yeah, I felt like I was comfortable, but some good, and then some things I want to keep working on. It's hard to just say like an overall because, us as quarterbacks, we kind of think about individual plays, and you want to go back and watch the film and just kind of say how you can improve on each play at a time. But, some good, and then of course some things I can't wait to watch and try and fix and take into the next week.
And then there's DeMar Hamlin, reached another milestone in his return to football, suiting up in the Bills' preseason opener against the Colts in his first appearance in a competitive setting since going into cardiac arrest and needing to be resuscitated on the field during a game at Cincinnati on January 2nd. Hamlin crashed the line, brought down running back Evan Hull for no gain and a 4th and 1, preventing the Colts from that first down. He appeared in 2+ defensive series, overlapping the first and second quarters, credited with making 3 tackles. On the field, there was also this.
Barkley back to pass, lofts a pass down the left sideline to Shavers for the touchdown. For the third time is the charm for Tyrell Shavers, the rookie, with the touchdown reception for 20 yards.
And that's the Buffalo Bills Radio Network. Matt Barkley with the scoring strike in that 23-19 win. The Colts say rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson showed great poise in his preseason opener on his 3rd pass attempt. He and receiver Isaiah McKenzie had a miscommunication resulting in a pick. Richardson settled in, engineering 2 lengthy drives, close out the first quarter of his NFL debut. He was 7 of 12, 67 yards in that interception. Another rookie QB went to work.
3rd and goal from the 11. Time to deal left side. Caught at the goal line. Touchdown, Puka Nacua. Touchdown, LA.
That's a great name. Puka Nacua, 710 ESPN LA. Stetson Bennett passed for 191 and that touchdown in his first NFL action in the Rams' 34-17 preseason loss to the Chargers. Bennett and Max Duggan suited up for their respective new teams in the same arena where they play the College Football Playoff Championship some 7 months ago. Duggan passed for 19 yards, ran for another 20 for the Chargers. On the subject of quarterbacks, Jeremy Fowler joined Darian Mell on how likely Joe Burrow will be ready for Week 1 for the Bengals.
The people I've talked to believe that he will be ready Week 1. I'm not getting the sense out of Cincinnati and the Bengals locker room that that's going to be a major issue right now. But they are taking it super slow with Joe Burrow. There's really no reason to push him right now. He missed all the last preseason anyways and was lights out during the year. And he's moving around pretty well. I haven't heard of any setbacks that I'm aware of. So those are all things that are pointing in the right direction. But calf strains can be a little bit like hamstrings, where if you get out there too early and you re-aggravate it, then you got a problem. So no need to do that right now.
There were a few other injuries that were devastating to 2 respective players. Packers tight end Tyler Davis tears his ACL in their preseason opener, and Browns linebacker Jacob Phillips will miss the season with a torn pec. Coming up, James Harden will not be traded. What does that mean for the Sixers? And the night's top plays are all queued up. That's next. You're listening to Sports Center all night on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Amber Wilson. Coming up on Monday, we continue our NFL two-a-days with the Eagles. Is there a team in the NFC that can actually challenge them? That and more beginning at 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and on ESPNU.
ESPN Radio, Sports Center all night. More next.
You have perfected your grandma's pan dulce recipe, and now you're ready to share it with your community. With Union Bank joining U.S. Bank, get access to more branches, bankers, and more digital resources at your fingertips with U.S. Bank's Smart Assistant in your language. More than ever, we're committed to creating access that fuels your determination to thrive, so you can give your customers the best experience and the sweetest pan dulce. Learn more at usbank.com/more. Member FDIC.
We think your music should play nonstop. Ironically, we're stopping it to tell you that Southwest has the most nonstop flights in California. We also think changing your travel plans should be as easy as changing songs. That's why we don't charge you change or cancel fees. When you're ready to go, go with heart. Book now at Southwest.com. Based on total number of DOT published nonstop flights to and from California from the period from 2/1/2023 to 8/14/2023 compared to all other airlines as of 1/20/2023. No change fees, but fare difference may apply. Failure to cancel a reservation at least 10 minutes prior to scheduled departure may result in forfeited travel funds.
You want to lose weight and get fit, but after a couple weeks, you fail. Well, it's not your fault because it's super fucking hard. Every try hasn't worked long-term because it wasn't designed to fit into your life long-term. I'm Carl, and I want you to try my all-in-one health and fitness platform, Body, free for 14 days, where it's about enjoying life while you get healthy and lose weight. If you've struggled, I get it, but now it's your turn to succeed. Go to body.com now. That's BODI.com to try it free for 14 days.
DQ presents how to fancy up any occasion. Step 1, grab the caramel fudge cheesecake blizzard from DQ. Step 2, break out your fanciest sweatpants and park yourself in your comfiest chair. Step 3, kick back and bask in the luxury of salted caramel, rich fudge, and decadent cheesecake pieces blended in world-famous DQ soft serve. Fancy? Achieved. No formal wear required. DQ. Happy tastes good.
I knew you'd love this place. What was that?
A selfie.
You just took a selfie.
With my new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, I can snap selfies while it's folded shut and use the best camera on the phone. It's so small, I can put it right back in my front pocket. Now it's in my pocket. Now it's taking selfies.
Whoa!
And the huge cover screen lets us see our pics without opening it. Aw, you look cute confused.
I do look cute confused.
Get your Galaxy Z Flip 5 now at the Samsung Experience Store at Americana at Brand.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
It's the biggest sale of the year. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Plus special financing. Ends Monday. See store for details.
This week at Macy's, take an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card.
This is SportsCenter all night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Here's Jim Basquill.
Yeah, we're back on SportsCenter all night with the saga that is James Harden. The Sixers ending trade talks regarding the beard. They've had conversations with the Clippers, Harden's desired destination, but no traction on a deal ever materialized. Keep in mind, Harden opted into his near $36 million deal for the coming season ahead of free agency, with the intention of being traded. How will the temperamental Harden respond? We know how he did in Houston and Brooklyn, and it wasn't good. Philly Inquirer beat writer Keith Pompey joined Game Night.
I mean, I think he still is going to, try to see if he can get traded, and like right now, I think that, he's not going to be a happy camper. I mean, it's going to be something that they're going to amend. They're going to try to mend this relationship. But, I do think that, James, he's going to be a guy that will show up. He'll do what he has to do because, I feel like if he doesn't do that, then that's going to impact you getting traded, right? If there could be one later on in the season, and also it could impact him in regards to free agency with money next year because people are going to say, look, he did this in Houston. He did it in Brooklyn, and now he's an unhappy camper in Philly. Who's to say he's not going to do this next year to us?
Again, keep in mind, he could have opted out of that near $36 million contract and become a free agent and sign with whatever team he wanted to. The thing is, no team would have given him close to that amount of money. U.S. rolling Luka-less Slovenia in the World Cup warm-up. Anthony Edwards led a balanced offense with 15 points. 92-62 was the final in that exhibition. Luka Doncic held out as a precaution. How about the night's top sounds? Includes a walk-off, complete game, and long home runs from the Bigs, as well as Chicago's Field of Dreams from the NFL. Chris Smith has the details.
Number 5.
All right, Jim, Bears QB Justin Fields was perfect. 3 for 3 for 129 yards and 2 TDs on just 2 series. But it was DJ Moore who was required in a trade with Carolina, who made the most of his only target of the game. The call on WBBM at News Radio 780.
37-yard line, Bears territory. They're right to left. Herbert on the right hip of Justin Fields. Pair of receivers left. They got to quickly screen it to the near side. DJ Moore blocked from Mooney. Springs it free. 45-50. DJ Moore. Left sideline 30. 20. Being chased by Titans, but they can't get him. Touchdown. Touchdown Bears. DJ Moore introduces himself to the Bears fan base in a big way. Turn down the gas, 62 yards to the end zone.
Number 4.
How did the Twins snap a 4-game losing streak? Well, Joey Gallo, who went yard not once, but twice. The call on ESPN Radio.
Gallo sends this one high and deep to right field. Castellanos will barely turn. That is into the second deck, his second home run of the night. This is a 3-run shot. The Twins have flipped the script on the Phillies.
Number 3.
Now there's a theme with players hitting 2 moonshots. This time it was Matt Olson's turn. The call on 680 The Fan.
And the 2-2 pitch. Olsen hits one well to deep left field. That's going to send back Almonte. He's at the wall, and he watches it go. Matt Olsen with his second home run of the ball game. He's gone to right center. Now he goes to left. He has 42 home runs on the year. And the Braves have a 12-0 lead here in the 8th.
Number 2. We go from the bats to pitching as Miami got a stellar performance from the mound. The call on 940 Wins.
The first pitch, ground ball hit. Weekly, third base, Berger, Gurriel. It's a complete game for Sandy Alcantara. His third of the season. And the Marlins level this 3-game weekend series at 1 aside. They beat the Yankees today 3-1.
Number 1. And finally, it was the walk-off that gave the Rays the edge. The call on 620 WDAE.
Now the pause on the right-hander's delivery. Swing, fly ball right center field. Pitch into the alley.
It's a base hit. Here comes Lau to score the winning run. And the Rays get 3 of the night and beat the Guardians 6-5.
That's 2 straight walk-offs for them. One more from the Bigs at the Battle of Mizzou.
The 1-strike pitch, and that's hit deep. Left field. If it stays fair, that's a home run, and it's a goner. A 2-home-run game for Tommy Edman. 5-2 Cardinals in the 8th inning.
That's the Cardinals radio network. Tommy Edman, 2 long balls to lead St. Louis past Kansas City 5-4 in front of the second largest crowd of the season at Kauffman Stadium, better than 37,000. Meantime, Australia became the first home team since the United States in 1999 to win a quarterfinal in 9 Women's World Cups, getting past France. They reached the semis to face England on Wednesday. Spain will play Sweden on Tuesday in the first semifinal. Spain has never before reached this stage of the tournament as well. Lucas Glover, 66, FedEx St. Jude Championship. He has a 1-shot lead over Taylor Moore going into the final round of the PGA Tour's postseason opener. Tommy Fleetwood is right there, 2 shots back. Jordan Spieth and Max Homa are 3 off the pace. And Scott Dixon overcame a first lap spin, then held off Graham Rahal over the final 10 laps to win Saturday's Indy Grand Prix, extending his record to 19 consecutive seasons with a win. And how about this one? Tom Brady met Birmingham fans in a pub before their first match. He made an appearance at the Roost, a pub near St. Andrews Stadium, before Birmingham's matchup against Leeds in the second-tier championship on Saturday. He is now a minority owner of the team. Coming up, Basketball Hall of Fame has international greats. Braves bludgeon the Mets. Justin Fields and the Bears offense looks oh so good. That's next. You're listening to SportsCenter All Night on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, it's Amber Wilson. Coming up on Monday, while we're all focused on the NFL, I'll tell you some of the bigger storylines around college football that you need to be paying attention to. That and more beginning at 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and on ESPNU.
You have perfected your grandma's pan dulce recipe, and now you're ready to share it with your community. With Union Bank joining U.S. Bank, get access to more branches, bankers, and more digital resources at your fingertips with U.S. Bank's Smart Assistant in your language. More than ever, we're committed to creating access that fuels your determination to thrive, so you can give your customers the best experience and the sweetest pan dulce. Learn more at usbank.com/more. Member FDIC.
When it comes to buying your first home, everyone has questions.
Can we even afford to buy a house right now? Well, I need to negotiate. How do I even negotiate?
Luckily, a RE/MAX agent has answers.
Hey, Brian, those are really good questions.
They are? Thanks. It's my first time buying.
I work with first-time buyers all the time. I got you.
RE/MAX agents have more experience than other real estate agents. Visit RE/MAX.com or download the RE/MAX app to find the right agent. The right agent can lead the way. Each office independently owned and operated.
Here's what I do when I can't stop thinking about McDonald's frozen drinks. Oh, I grab one. And sometimes I do a little two-step. It's like every sip is my personal turn-up. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Sip into summer with the chillest drinks, like our new frozen Hawaiian Punch or a frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry at participating McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. My friends keep posting photos in their new Toyotas. Summer's almost over, and I've got FOMO.
Well, FOMO, no-mo, because Toyota's national sales event is on. And it's the perfect time to squeeze out the last of summer in a new Tacoma, Highlander, Camry, and more.
I can't wait to post photos of myself grilling at the park with my new RAV4.
I will meet you there.
Well done, Jan.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 5th.
We think your music should play nonstop. Ironically, we're stopping it to tell you that Southwest has the most nonstop flights in California. We also think changing your travel plans should be as easy as changing songs. That's why we don't charge you change or cancel fees. When you're ready to go with heart. Book now at southwest.com. Based on total number of DOT published nonstop flights to and from California from the period from 2/1/2023 to 8/14/2023 compared to all other airlines as of 1/20/2023. No change fees, but fare difference may apply. Failure to cancel a reservation at least 10 minutes prior to scheduled departure may result in forfeited travel funds.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress celebration is going on now with Ashley Sleep Queen mattresses starting at just $169.99. Right now, you can save $1,000 on select mattresses. And for a limited time, save up to $400 on select Ashley Sleep adjustable mattress sets. Don't wait. These Labor Day mattress deals won't last long, and you don't want to miss them. For better sleep and savings, visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com today to shop the Labor Day mattress sale. Only at Ashley.
You're ready to share your grandma's pan dulce recipe. With Union Bank joining U.S. Bank, get access to more branches, bankers, and digital resources so you can share with your community the sweetest pan dulce. Learn more at usbank.com/more. Member FDIC.
I'm Andrea, founder of a boutique handbag brand, Andy, and this is why I switched to Shopify. I tried 3 other platforms prior to Shopify, and I remember my breaking point was when I would try to make one little change and my entire site would go down. Shopify made it really easy for me to shift everything over and hit the ground running. I was able to migrate my products and all of my customer information over. Start your free trial with Shopify today.
Get a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer 23. Take your business to the next level today.
What makes an occasion special? Does it have to involve a birthday, anniversary, or promotion? Or can it be that first juicy bite of a perfectly cooked burger, shared over laughs with good friends on a warm summer night? Sounds pretty special to us. Together, we bring more.
On SportsCenter all night.
Legends get inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
RC, you find me. And thanks for believing in me. Thanks for convincing Pop to do a second workout. I was definitely terrible on my first one. Thanks for convincing him. And I will not be here without you.
Players look to make a name for themselves in week 1 of the NFL preseason.
Wilson takes the snap, play action, bootleg out to the left, flips it to the end zone, wide open, that's a jet touchdown.
Teams in the MLB continue to make their playoff push.
Swanson swings. He did not miss this one. Deep left center field. Goodbye.
And can Justin Fields take the next step?
Today, I throw 2 screens and they go for about 50, 60 yards. So Khalil and DJ made my job easy and the O-line did. So definitely thankful for that.
This is SportsCenter all night.
Kobe, I wouldn't be here without you, brother. I wish more than anything that you and Gigi were here today with us. I miss you and love you.
Here's Jim Basquill.
Amen to that. Baseball's best flexing on the Mets in Springfield, ready to welcome perhaps the greatest class it's ever had. Welcome to SportsCenter all night on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. We've got preseason NFL and a full slate from the bigs, but it's hoops that leads us off. The Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2023, possibly the greatest group of inductees in the Hall's history. Certainly had an international flair. NBA legends Dirk Nowitzki of Germany, Paul Gasol of Spain, and Tony Parker of France joining fellow champions, Dwayne Wade, NBA's winningest coach, Greg Popovich, along with Becky Hammon as the headliners. This perhaps the greatest international class of inductees Springfield has ever seen. Nowitzki, the first European-born player to win an NBA MVP award. That came in 2007. Parker, first European to win a Finals MVP. Gasol was the NBA's first International Rookie of the Year key player during title runs for the Los Angeles Lakers. Dirk on how he learned what being competitive was all about from teammate Jason Kidd.
Next up for me was I had to learn my competitiveness, and who better but my guy, Jay Kidd. I will always remember when you came to us, you were, already a little older. Man, you were a warrior. I remember you picking up guys at age 37, 38. You got picking up guys full court, 94 feet, hustling for us, making plays on both ends. And you were just a wonderful, wonderful all-around player. And we won the championship together. We have a bond for life. Thank you so much. I would have really loved to play together with those two guys in their primes, but unfortunately, I had to deal with what they gave me. But
well, he won a title with Kidd, so it worked out just fine. Gasol, meantime, said he fell in love with the sport when the 1992 Olympics were held in his hometown of Barcelona. The U.S. Dream Team dominated and won the gold back then. Powell, thanking the late Kobe Bryant, his teammate on 2 NBA championship teams.
Kobe. That night I joined the team in D.C., and I got to the hotel after midnight. He was texting me saying, hey, I want to come by your room, and I want to welcome you. I want to say hello. I want to welcome you to the team. I said, wait a minute, it's going to be late. It's going to be like past 1 a.m. You sure you don't want to wait for tomorrow? He said, no, it's not going to be too late. I'm coming over. I said, oh, okay, sounds good. The team had a game next day at noon, so all right. So he just wanted to make sure that right away, firsthand, I got the message. I said, welcome to the team. I'm happy you're here. Now let's go win a championship together. So I said, all right, I'm in, man. I'm in. Have a good night. That was it. That was it. That was it. No crap. Straight to the chase. I wouldn't be here without you, brother. I wish more than anything that you and Gigi were here today with us. I miss you and love you.
Meantime, the Spurs were well represented. Parker, the point guard on 4 of those title-winning teams. Hammon, who had a career in the WNBA, joined the Spurs as the first woman to serve as a full-time NBA assistant coach. And, of course, the longtime head coach and 5-time champion, Greg Popovich. He had this on being inducted.
I tried to think of a word that would describe what this might feel like. And it feels even shush. And it feels even different than I thought it would. But for me, it's unimaginable. And that's not an attempt to be humble. This is unimaginable. And for anybody that's gone through this and felt it, it's not something you think about as you're growing up. It's unimaginable.
Like Gasol, Parker was won over by the 1992 Summer Olympics when the Hall of Famer laden American team drubbed the French national team by 50 points. When it came to play in the European Championships, Gasol and Spain were often in the way, but Parker had this on another pair of greats that don Spurs uniforms, Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili.
My rookie year, Timmy didn't talk to me my rookie year. And people think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's true. Timmy don't like French people. Okay? He doesn't like my French accent. Is it not until I play against Gary Payton, who's one of my favorite point guards. Where's Gary Payton? Where's Gary? Gary, love you. It's not until I play good in my rookie year against Gary Payton finally say one word. Actually 2 words, 3 words. I'll remember. Basically, we'll be all right. So we're all good now. The little Frenchie, the little guy from Argentina, and a swimmer from the islands. Who knew? We won 4 championships together, and it was an honor to play with you guys.
And lest we not forget Pop. More on the 2023 class, including the great Dwayne Wade, later in the show. Tune in to an NL battle tonight as the Mets play host to the Atlanta Braves. Coverage of Sunday Night Baseball begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, and at 7 Eastern on ESPN. The Major's Best team put it on the Mets not once, but twice on Saturday.
And the 2-2 pitch. Olsen hits one well to deep left field. That's going to send back Almonte. He's at the wall, and he watches it go. Matt Olsen with his second home run of the ball game. He's gone to right center. Now he goes to left. He has 42 home runs on the year. And the Braves have a 12-0 lead here in the 8th.
You heard that score right, by the way. 680 The Fan. Atlanta went deep 6 times, running their major league leading total to 224 home runs. Matt Olsen hit his 7th multi-homer game of the season, 20th of his career. Sean Murphy, Austin Riley also went yard for the NL East leaders, who scored 8 runs in the 9th inning off Mets infielder Danny Mendick. The 21 runs were the 3rd highest single-game total in franchise history, and that was just the opener. More of the same in the nightcap.
And Ozzie hits one high and deep to right field. That's going to take a trip to the moon. Up into the second deck. And it's 6-0 Braves on the homer by Ozzie.
Again, 680 The Fan with the call. Ozzie Albies went deep as Atlanta finished off that doubleheader sweep 6-0. Spencer Strider pitched 7 scoreless. Nicky Lopez added 4 hits, including his first home run since September 9th of 2021. He had 5 RBIs before tossing a scoreless 9th himself. Atlanta, Major League Best, 75-41. Those awfully gaudy numbers. To the NFL and the Bears, Justin Fields, and their new offense was on display on Saturday, and let's just say first impressions were good.
Takes the snap, looking to throw, being chased from behind, dumps it off to Herbert. He got it, 45 to midfield, first down and more to the 40, angles 30, 20, sideline left, hit, stays on his feet, plunges into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown Bears, 56 yards on a dump off. It's been the short throws that have led to 2 touchdowns, and the Bears lead 13-7.
That's WBBM News Radio 780. Justin Fields threw a pair of touchdown passes to newcomer DJ Moore as well as Khalil Herbert. But as Chicago's first 2 possessions ended in scores, short passes, big gains, as you just heard on the call. Bears passed the Titans 23-17 in their preseason opener. Moore to Herbert turned in those passes to end zone jaunts. Malik Willis, meantime, led the Titans on a 75-yard scoring drive to start the game. Titans' second-round pick Will Levis threw for 85 yards, going 9 of 14, but was intercepted in the final minute. Fields, meantime, hit on all 3 of his passes for $129. He finished with a perfect QB rating of 158.3. He and his coach, Matt Eberflus, had this on his performance.
Oh, good. I don't think I had to do too much work today. I throw up 2 screens and they go for about 50, 60 yards. So Khalil and DJ made my job easy and the O-line did. So definitely thankful for that for sure. When you have, guys that can, take a 3-yard pass, 50 yards, that just makes my job easier. So, it's always good to have playmakers like that on the team and, just competing with each other every day, competing with the defense every day. That's just going to make us better. So, but, as a quarterback, it's always good to have playmakers like that for sure.
Today was a really good a day to finish the week, because I thought that, our week was a good week of practice. And in terms of the operation today, in the game, I thought we were really good with the offense. There's no penalties for the first offense. The defense operated well. We end up dropping the coverage on one of the plays, and need to do a better job on forcing the ball on the other one. But overall, I thought they did a nice job. Defensively, I thought we attacked the football well. I thought we really rushed the passer better than we had. So you can see some improvements there. Overall, good day, good operation. I thought we took a step forward today. and we're looking forward to next week.
NBC Sports Chicago Bears beat writer Alex Shapiro joined Game Night on the excitement surrounding that Bears offense.
Well, I think people are really excited about the offense, especially DJ Moore. I mean, when your first touch as a Chicago Bear goes for this incredible screen touchdown, people are excited. I think there are some concerns about that first team run defense, though. They kind of let Tyjae Spears run all up and down the field, which was a concern last year, but it all comes back to Justin Fields. Justin Fields looks so much better in that short game today than he did last year. So, with Justin Fields and DJ Moore, people are very excited.
Yeah, and then there's a question of how does this work in the preseason translate to the regular season? Jeremy Fowler joining Darian Mel on how much stock teams put into preseason performances.
It's important, certainly. I mean, there have been players that have won the job based on how they performed in preseason games. It's really just, the games are sort of they confirm what they've been doing in practice, right? So Baker Mayfield, you saw last night where he had good command of the offense. That's been his calling card in the Bucs starting job, competition with Kyle Trask, who Kyle might have a little bit of a bigger arm or has some talents that could help him. And he had some good days that he strung together when Baker Mayfield was kind of pressing a little bit in practices. But overall, he's had better command of the offense, has been a little more polished, which helped him in a situation like last night. He performed well. So they just want to make sure that it translates. I don't know that anything in a vacuum is going to be overreacted to. Like, these coaches and these players really know after a couple weeks and some games under the light who's going to be the guy.
Yeah, just stay away from injuries in the preseason. Coming up, the latest on Jim Harbaugh and more from the Bigs as the Stros again hand it to the Angels. That's on deck. This is SportsCenter All Night on ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Amber Wilson. Coming up on Monday, we continue our NFL two-a-days with the Chiefs. Just how big is the gap between the Chiefs and the rest of the AFC? That and more, 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and on ESPNU.
This is SportsCenter All Night on ESPN Radio.
I'm David Goldberg, a bilingual elementary school teacher and president of the California Teachers Association. As we start a new school year, there's something new happening in California's public schools. They're called community schools.
Community schools are bridging the systems of academics with the community.
As a parent, I feel like we're really valued as partners in the education system.
We invite you to learn more about community schools as we come together to reimagine public education here in California. And that's why CTA brought you this message.
You have perfected your grandma's pan dulce recipe, and now you're ready to share it with your community. With Union Bank joining U.S. Bank, get access to more branches, bankers, and more digital resources at your fingertips with U.S. Bank Smart Assistant in your language. More than ever, we're committed to creating access that fuels your determination to thrive, so you can give your customers the best experience and the sweetest pan dulce. Learn more at usbank.com/more. Member FDIC.